Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all. Myself, Vaibhav. In today's session of Visual JForex, we will be starting afresh with a new setup involving a new indicator. The name is Laguerre ACS1. This is a new indicator introduced after 2000, so you can say this is like 10-year-old, and it has grown quite familiar and quite popular as well. And we will see how we can design and develop a algorithm to trade in a forex market in a profitable manner using these indicators. So let us now go to the Visual JForex board, which has been developed by the Dukascopy Bank SA. You will find this indicator listed amongst the other indicators. Here it is below the Kaltner channel. It is shortened as LGA CS1, Laguerre ACS1. We have to define these 6 parameters, depending on which we will be getting one output value. This indicator gives you the idea for the directional momentum. We can look at its output value, and if it is rising or falling, trade accordingly. If it is rising after having after having spent considerable time in oversold scenario, in that case we will have a lot higher probability of the given trade going on to continue in profit for considerable amount of time. Similarly, whenever the reversal is happening from the overbought scenario in a bearish side, in that scenario also, if we are going for any short sale trade, we can expect to profit quite a good deal. And we will see how we can plot it on the chart, and we will check out some combinations. It is the Euro USD's hourly time frame chart with Laguerre ACS plotted with the default setup. I haven't made any changes to its parameters. I will give you a brief idea of what are the important parameters. The look back period you must be quite well familiar. Particular to this indicator, these 3 parameters are specific. The moving average, you can make changes. The start value can also be changed. But this time around, we are working with the default setup, so I won't be carrying out any changes. This gamma value can also be changed, and look back period, the number of candles which need to be considered while calculating the output value. This is the look back period. So depending on these parameters, you will get the plotting of the Laguerre ACS. The logic is going to be simple. We want to be trading with the trend, and for that we are using two different time frames. One is 4 hourly and another is hourly. We will be looking to trade when the momentum is bullish, and for that we are utilizing a simple criteria. We are using a classical setup. You might be aware that this Laguerre ACS output value is bounded between 0 to 1. So it is not an unbounded indicator, it is rather a bounded indicator, and its output value can only vary in between these two extremes. We will be taking the 0.5 as the dividing line. Above 0.5 can be considered bullish, and below 0.5 will be considered bearish. So we will take this output value, and we will be looking to initiate the buy trade only when we have the Laguerre ACS output value above 0.5 on the 4 hourly candle period, and for sell trade we will need the Laguerre ACS value to be below 0.5 on the 4 hourly candle period, and after that we will turn our attention to the hourly time frame, and there we will be utilizing the overbought and oversold scenario setup. We will look to profit from the opportunities where we have seen decent correction on the hourly time frame, and given the fact that we have bullish momentum on the 4 hourly candles, we will look to initiate the trade as and when the underlying instrument starts to reverse the course after having spent considerable amount of time in the oversold territory. And for the sell trade, we will reverse, and we will need the underlying instrument to have remained in overbought territory for a good amount of time. And as and when the reversal starts to happen, we will look to initiate the trade. So for that, we will be utilizing a simple combination. We will look to initiate the trade as and when we see the last hour's output value for the Laguerre ACS climbing above zero point 0.1. So zero point 0.1 will be a important marker for us. Below that, we will not touch, but as soon as the Laguerre ACS output value rises above zero point 0.1, we will look to initiate the trade. So we will have to compare the last 2 hourly candles output values. The last hourly candle with the look back period of 1, it should show the output value above zero point 0.1, whereas the penultimate hourly candle with the look back period of 2 should have the value below zero point 0.1. And in addition to that, we to make sure that in recent time the underlying instrument has been in oversold territory, we will take additional requirement where we will define the condition that the output value for the Laguerre ACS 6 hours back should be equal to 0. So that will ensure there is a oversold territory condition. And while looking to initiate the short sale trade, we will reverse the condition, and this time around we will add the condition that 6 hours back the Laguerre ACS value should have been equal to 1, and after that in the last 1 hour it has dipped below the important marker of zero point 0.9, whereas in the penultimate candle, the hourly candle with the look back period of 2, it was still above zero point 0.9. So as and when we have some sort of reversal taking place, we will look to initiate the trade. And in addition to this, we will also look at the price volatility. So we will take the cluster of four 1 hourly candles, and whatever is the difference between the high and the low value, we will take that into account, and accordingly we will place the order. We can go for a limit order, or we can go for a stop order also. If you want to place the order below the current market price, then in that scenario you have to place a limit order. If you want to place the order above the current market price, in that scenario you have to place the order in a stop fashion, stop bid or stop ask. So I will be explaining to you when we reach that stage. Now let us get started with the addition of the blocks. First thing first, we have to get the logical blocks in place to define the instrument subscription. This time around we will be using ontick as our start point. So I will get this line. In it we take the default instrument. We will keep Euro USD as our default instrument this time around. On tick, last tick instrument should match the default instrument, and then tick instrument should match the instrument of choice. Here it is. Okay. And after this, we will take the position info, all position amount, and it should be equal to 0. This I will change to 4 hourly. And the shift value will be 1. So last 4 hourly blocks Laguerre ACS value will be taken into consideration. In addition to this, we will need more Laguerre ACS blocks. For that, we have to add these blocks. We are going to need 3 Laguerre ACS blocks of the hourly time frame. This will be changed to hourly. All these 3 blocks. Shift value will be 1, 2, and okay. To look at the price volatility, we are also going to take the help of info blocks, the gate historical candles, and also single gate historical candle. We will also need loop viewer as we get the array of data as the output for this cluster of hourly candles. I will change the candle period to hourly, and the candle amount will be changed to 4. I will get the look back period as 1. Loop viewer is amongst the logical blocks. Here it is. It will need to be added. We have to create a new variable. I will name it HLC. Okay, this looks good. Here the candle period amount needs to be changed to hourly again. And to consider how the last hourly candle has closed, I will have to change its shift value to 1. Okay, this loop should continue. And then to pinpoint the exact entry point, we need 10-second candles as is the customary practice. If you have been a regular viewer, you might be well aware. So with this, our basic building blocks are almost in place. I will change this to 10 seconds. Shift value of 1. This will also be changed to 10 seconds. And shift value of 2. So with this, we have the required indicator, logical, and the info blocks in place, using which we will define the conditions for the execution of the buy as well as sell trade in subsequent session. I will be explaining to you how we can optimize the entry and exit points using these blocks. As the time is running out, we stop for the day here. Do come back for the next session For further coverage of the market developments, you can check out the Dukascopy Analytics page. We are also available on the Facebook. You can reach out to us there. Whenever you want to start trading, or even for carrying out the testing on the historical data, once these algorithms are ready, you will need the JForex platform. So do check it out. Thank you all for joining in. See you next time. Till then, goodbye.